Yo, this is Real Talk E. Welcome to the Locker Room. Talk nothing but basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened, bro. Finally, bro. It took so long for this to happen. I spoke about this when James Harden asked for his trade out of Philly. I spoke about this when Damian Lillard asked for his trade out of Portland. When the NBA started sending memos out to teams. As you guys see on the screen, the governors of the teams voted on the new rules according to Woj, and this is what they voted on, right? Now, one of the main things that you guys obviously saw on the screen is teams will now be fined for sitting out players. First fine, I believe it was 100,000, 150,000. Second fine is $250,000, and any fine after that is $1 million additional to whatever fine they paid before. Do you understand how big this is now, bro? Finally, it happened. So now, Philadelphia can just come out here and sit James Harden out because he don't want to play for them no more. But he still wants to participate in the games. They could no longer sit him out. The Sixers could no longer claim that he has his water bottle or jersey in his pocket or whatever. They could no longer do that. Now, if he shows up to practice, if he comes out to the game, they have no choice but to make him play. Allow him play. Let me correct myself, because if you know, it's still James Harden. Right? Finally, bro. So teams can no longer sit. If I'm the Pelicans, I can no longer sit. Obviously, you don't play for them no more. But I can no longer sit Anthony Davis just because I know I'm going to trade him to the Lakers. Those type of things can no longer happen. Now, why? Besides the fines, obviously, teams are not allowed to sit out star players during national games. And I always thought this was already a rule, because I remember they tried to sit out Kawhi in a back-to-back, but the second game was a national game, so they had to let him play. It was nationally televised. They had to make him play. I thought this was always a rule, but I understand what they're going with this. You cannot sit out more than one star player in a game. I'm so happy, bro. Finally, bro. No more load management, right? I know that's what everybody's thinking. You get into ahead of yourself. It's not that load management is no longer possible. It's that load management is getting more complicated to occur on a regular basis. Guys are going to have to play. Now, what is a star in the league? Obviously, if you ask the everyday fan, if you ask us, if you ask, people in TV, people on ESPN, etc., they're going to tell you multiple definitions, right? They're not going to have the same definition. So the league had to come up with some type of criteria. Their criteria was if the person has made an All-NBA team or an All-Star team in the last 3 years. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but has Kawhi made an All-Star team in the last 3 years? I believe so. Come on, bro. You're going to have to play now. You and Paul George can't just sit out. He's going to have to play. Now, I'm not saying that his injuries are not there. I'm not saying that he's not injured. What I'm saying is, when he's healthy, he cannot sit out back-to-backs if it's a national televised game or if Paul George is sitting out. That's not happening no more. If it's a game where they're playing a bad team, Paul George, Kawhi cannot both sit out. Now, these type of rules affect teams beyond just the Clippers. They affect the Suns. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. They will have to have serious injuries for them not to be able to play. They will have to be injured for them not to be able to play. Do you understand that? Which means that you're going to see guys' minutes and amount of games per season go up and down. Minutes might go down, but the amount of games they played per season is going to go up. And the reason why I say minutes are going to go down is because now coaches have to take to accountability. They have to understand that, all right, Booker gonna have to play 80 games, 82 if possible. Booker also averages 2 hamstring injuries a year. I can't have Booker out there for 35, 43 minutes a game. I will need him there for 30 minutes. What does this mean? Teams without a bench are going to struggle. If your team does not have a good bench, you're going to struggle. The Suns don't have a good bench. Now, you can also find the diamonds in the rough using this because they have an extra, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes compared to what they used to have. And you're not going to see this happen in the first couple of games. You might not see this happen the first year, but after this year, you're going to see coaches start doing it. And the smart ones will do it now. If I know my guys are going to have to play 82 games maximum, like unless they get injured, and I have, just go through this whole process just to prove that they're injured, I'm going to try to play them less minutes as possible in certain games. And in games that matter, if we're really close and, we obviously want to win, I'm going to keep them in the game for longer. I'm going to use their time, their minutes wisely. I'm going to have them really use their health in a smart and more intellectual way, and not like just before. It's not just, throw them on the court, let him compete. That's not happening. I'm telling you. And then there's another bad thing I just thought about right now. Are guys gonna check in, play a quarter, and sit out? Is that a thing? Because they're still in the game. They're just not gonna play a lot. Can that be a thing? Is that gonna be possible? Like, if Paul George is sitting out, Kawhi, he fake want to sit out too. He gonna come out, play the first 12 minutes and sit out. Will that be a thing? Now, obviously, the media, the public is gonna really cook that ass, pause. But is there any punishments for that? Is there any consequences? Will it happen? And then, do y'all know how great these upcoming games are? The season is gonna be fire this year, bro. The only thing that's stopping the season from being fire and that's stopping these games from being great is injuries. That's the only thing right now, is injuries. Because stars are going to have to play. We're going to get a Kawhi Leonard, a Paul George versus LeBron and AD. We're going to get a Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown against a Giannis, Chris Middleton, Jrue Holiday. We're going to get a Warriors versus Suns. We're going to get a KD versus LeBron. Unless real injuries occur. Do y'all understand that, bro? This season just became 10 times better if there's no loopholes within these rules. Because somehow, some way, Kawhi Leonard always seems to find a loophole. I don't understand. Somehow he just does it. It's like he's secretly just like a lawyer or something. I don't know. Somehow he finds a loophole. Maybe that's what he does when he's not in the court and, not on social media, because he doesn't have any social media. But maybe that's what he does. He looks for loopholes in the rules. I don't know. And please don't think I'm a Kawhi hater. I actually love Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi will get healthy soon, get well soon. Hopefully you play a lot this year. We get to see you possibly even win MVP of the year for the first time in your career, I think. Come out, play hard. Just don't win a championship. I need the Suns to do that. But anyways, that's enough of me rambling. Chat, it's time for you. Let me know, chatting down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with Ian. It's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch ya. Safety in my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three to win it. Good.
That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.